I took over the show.
So Dion, be selfish.
Come in to my own instrumentals. Like fuck it.
Fuck them.
Birthday week 2017, baby.
Hey!
Oh Lord. I had a dream one day.
Oh, that's why I give us a I had a dream speech.
I had a dream. My dream was that like my shit would be so popping, we would just do like a procession of cars down 79th.
Okay.
And I would have like a girl on the top of a bike Chevy, like just twerking.
Hey, procession is always a good word. I mean, it's usually used for something negative in the black community. But procession is so dope to me. Like, I always think about the rides to like Players Ball, or the rides to like the sports center during Players Ball or homecoming, and we like literally had a procession of cars led by fat folks. Fat folks probably always had the worst car with the most expensive rims on it. Like fucking old taxis painted.
We gotta call them something different. It's like a mobile second line. It's a mobile second
That's
line.
what it is. It's legit a mobile second line. Like
I think the best mobile second line that I've been a part of was the second Virgo bash at Melting Pot. All the low end cats and some other people, they met up on Paxton, and we literally raced down Lakeshore Drive. And I think this was when I first got the Maxima, and I was like, yo, if the police pull out, they gonna pull Lou over first, because I'm faster than him at this point. I can't go down. Like, yeah, but we had like at Lakeshore Drive, did a loop around Rock and Roll, McDonald's, niggas was hanging out of sunroofs. It was crazy.
yeah, ours was I know this gonna sound crazy, but I think it was Danity Kane. They had that song, "We Driving Cars."
Yeah.
Shit. And it was like homecoming, and niggas was chopping from Sugar Tree. I'm talking about making left turns from the furthest right lane. It was all bad. It was all bad. Hanging out the cars, everything. You know, it was white tea season. You know, it was out there. It was refund checks getting spent.
Just living your
on
dirty
Remy.
dreams.
Oh,
living
man.
them all the way
My
out.
braids was flying in the air. My braids
beads
was flying.
Yes.
I think a couple beads came off. Shout out to my braider from Carbondale, Bianca. She was my custom braider. I can call her like Wednesday night at 1 a.m. She'd be like, come on.
Man.
Shout out to her. She never quite grew my hair like I wanted her to, though.
Oh man, what y'all been up to?
Go ahead, Fresh. What you been up to, man?
Well, if y'all could see my hat, I got on a Howard sequential centennial. I think that's something
I
like
wish he would take the like the tags off. This
You know, I never take tags off. I don't know why, but that means like 150 years. When I went to the Howard bookstore, they was like, "Yeah, this the last one." I said, "Let me get that off the mannequin." I said, "I need
that.
I need that one off the mannequin, baby." But I'm fresh back from DC, man. Eye-opening experience, bro, and it really like motivated me to like really get on my shit. Like, well, you know, a lot of my pilgrimages out of town be like this, but this was completely different. I went to the African American History and Culture Museum, and man, you want to see some powerful stuff, bro. Like, I'll tell you how deep it is. I just go from the deepest end. Emmett Till's casket. I seen Emmett Till's casket, bro, and it just was like, wow. It was like, wow. Like, going past the casket, and they had like Mahalia Jackson music playing and shit, and I'm like, oh no, this is too much.
The sit up for tears.
Yeah, bro, man, that's just what it was. Like, they had already told you, like, you get on an elevator, like, you go in the basement, and then you get on an elevator to take you further down into the ground. So, and the guy at the elevator was telling you, like, yeah, you're gonna go through this, you're gonna see this, you're gonna see that, and then you're gonna see Emmett Till's casket. And everybody like, what? He's like, yeah, his family had it donated, and they took the body somewhere else. And we like, man, what? That's the only place in the museum where you can't take pictures. Mm-hmm. So you go in there and just was like, what the fuck? Like, this is Emmett Till's casket. And you can read all the quotes from his mother. And it's crazy. One of the
most powerful women in history.
Man.
Not like based on like what she had control of, just like the strength. The strength that she had, like just that part of history where she was like, open casket. I want the world to see what racism really looks like.
Yeah,
And I don't think that really was done before visually.
and the way she broke it down, like she said something like, I lived in Chicago, and she said I lived in Chicago, middle class, nice home, free, didn't have to worry about anything. I used to think about the South like, well, it doesn't affect me. And she said, then look how the South ended up affecting me. And that's kind of like one of the problems. Like, I heard like injustice somewhere is injustice everywhere or something like that. You know what I mean? So that just made me think about that. But then just seeing all our history, bro, like it's crazy. Like this is real Black history. I'm talking not the February stuff they give you glimpses of. I'm talking real Black history. Like so much stuff I didn't even know. You know, I tried my best not to like go to the lynching part because I had seen that so much. So I was like trying to read stuff I never heard of. But I was in that basement for like 2 hours just reading and going through. But the museum is dope. I encourage everybody to go see the museum. I'm not going to make this sappy like that. I encourage everybody to go to the museum. They also have a section that I really love. It was called Style. It was like based on Black people and their style.
Oh, I know you was in love with that.
Oh, man, dog. They kept playing the snippet of Obama's last speech when he dropped the mic. And it was like, see, that's Black style right there. And it was cold. And they had the Mothership. If y'all don't know what the Mothership is, that is P-Funk, George Clinton. Whenever you seen them old concerts and the Mothership came down, they had the Mothership. Swing down.
Let me. So, if y'all want to know about P-Funk and the Mothership, just go listen to the Chronic.
Yep.
Damn near every song on the Chronic, damn near sample.
He seen
P-Funk
her,
song.
he chased her, and just let me ride. Hell yeah. Yeah, but it was dope. DC is definitely dope. I plan on going back. You know what I'm saying? I got to really do DC like I want to do DC. But it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I went to the White House. I went to the Lincoln Monument. Went to the African American Museum. And I went to a Nationals game. So I did a lot.
You lived your good life.
Yeah. You know, I try to get the most out of my trips. You know, I even stayed at a little schwanky downtown hotel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little schwanky.
West Side stand up.
Yeah. I like, well, y'all standing there like Super 8. I like, nah, baby. I know, baby. I'm down.
Dang for me, baby.
No. I'm 2 blocks from the White House, baby. I'm sorry. I'm 2 hours from the White House, baby. Catch me on 1400 M, baby.
Okay.
And what you did while the brothers was away, Ant?
Cry. No, yeah, I wanted to join my comrades on their DC pilgrimage, but you know, it was Jordan and Daddy bonding time this weekend, so we hung out. Man, just kind of chilled, play ball. My first god brother, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that. He passed away last Monday, so his funeral was Saturday. So I went to that for a little bit as well. Brought back a lot of memories from when we were growing up. We weren't the best of friends as we were teenagers and young adults, but you know, we were still, you know, I'm glad that before he passed, we were on good enough terms. So it was all good. Outside of that, man, I was just staring at the ceiling fan a lot because this week is Virgo Appreciation Week.
This week.
This week, baby.
This week.
Me and the good fellas of No Foreplay. And our birthdays are in the span of 6 days all together.
Yep.
You know, that's not a coincidence. God brings greatness together. If you don't think we great, you a fool. So
a fucking fool.
So yeah, just thinking about me turned 35.
Damn.
And just and just thinking about, you know, just life. And you know, when you get to milestone birthdays, you do dumb shit like just drinking and just think about and philosophize about life. Shit you just don't need to do by yourself.
Motherfuckers turning Frank Thomas in this motherfucker.
Right. 30 motherfucking 5. So, man, you know, by the time you listen to this podcast, we'll be a couple of days away from Dion's birthday. My birthday is the day after. So, man, we just blessed to be here, first and foremost. Second of all, as always with our annual birthday rule, if you have kissed any of us in the mouth, we are owed more than just a happy B-Day on Facebook. You better text You better
call.
call out of respect.
FaceTime.
Out of respect to what we meant to you in your life at that time.
Preferably FaceTime us with not what you wore outside that day. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Just, we talk a little shit, but yeah, we had no details of a Virgo badge as of this time, but those details, when we have them, we'll get them to you, so don't ask. So I just said that now, just to get that out the way. We will be hanging out this weekend. You'll get details about that as well. Yeah. But just know, we will live life this weekend. You will be sick of me, and I will not care.
Will not.
And yeah, pretty much. Hey.
I'm gonna break down the weekend series of events before this show is over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now we gotta go to the greatest.
Yes.
Sensei. Sensei birthday coming up. You know this is huge. This is like fucking.
And if you don't know me and Dion, our birthdays are together now. So it's like 48 hours we celebrate. That's just how it is.
Dion's birthday is the equivalent of Farrakhan coming on Saturday night.
And before Dion talks, I know last year people had a lot of fun on Facebook with me because I get attacked the most out of everybody on my birthday.
You did get attacked like
I'm locked and loaded, bitch. It's like this is not that this year. People was bringing out pictures I had forgot existed.
I didn't know they were there.
Yeah, like Mike, I'm letting you know now. Fat Mike, don't be posting up no pictures of me like gangbang. I left that life alone. Like I'm grown. Yeah, Mike was be finding pictures of me, man. Like just stop.
Whew, shit.
Go ahead, Dion.
Come on, Sensei. What you had going on this weekend?
Shit. A lot, man. Hell, I don't know. I did a lot the past few weeks. Went to go see Kendrick, YG, them people. That was cool. Went to DC. It's always good when you find I'm all about, doing something like fun and kind of on the go quick as you can. So when you find like a good airfare like I found, like it's like that little Thursday night and Friday morning you just get a ticket, like, you know what I'm saying? So you can my round trip airfare was less than some Jordans, actually less than a pair of Jordans at half off. So, you know what I'm saying? So, just went out there. I love DC because I love black people. I love black people, man. And DC, I feel like a lot of times, like when people talk about, actually, I'm gonna come back to this. We had fun in DC. I didn't get to the museum because I know me in the museum is like probably maybe a 2-3 day process. First, I need to go one day for all the sad shit, right?
Yeah.
So I need to go for that. Then I need to come back for the sports and music another day. That's when I'm turned up.
Yeah, the sports and music was off the chain.
So, you know what I'm saying? I need to divide my trip like that. Like I said, like DC.
I'm sorry, Joe. Who is Stan Leach, bro?
That's Stan. Tigger.
Oh, hey, bro, he is bucking. He just said Dion look like Mike Brown. The LeBron years, AG.
I don't know him, but
we'll deal with this.
I mean, it's cool.
It's cool. Stan ain't had all his teeth since like 2002. Fine, I got you, Dion.
No, I'm cool, man. So what else I gonna say? Yeah, DC was cool. On the Lower Keys, me, Fresh, Tanner went to a dope ass brunch place,
man,
called Farmers and Distillers. That shit was good. Usually I don't pub on the show, but they was dope. And I lost my wallet and they returned it with everything in that motherfucker. So that was dope. Like I said, man, DC was legit. It's so great to see just black people walk around just flourishing. No matter what neighborhood you was in DC, black people's walking around flourishing. Another thing, we did go to the Mecca. We went to the Mecca, which is Howard University. We walked the yard. The thing about Howard, and I always say this, like, if you're not exposed to certain things coming up, you really don't know. You don't know them, right? So people can tell you a million times about some Howard, whether it be Clark, Morehouse, Spelman. You can tell people about these shits forever. Until somebody sees them, they'll never get it. And, that was I had drove past Howard before and you kind of look. But when I actually, went, I was like, shit.
Man,
it's a beautiful campus. I never said this out loud, but like this, like as a SIU alumnus, that's something that I got a tinge bit of jealousy for a second.
hey, bro, when we like shit that's like super black, it don't get no blacker than Howard, bro. We went to the bookstore. I'm buying all kind of shit. Like I went there. The girl like, "Are you an alumni?" No, let me live my life, sugar. So. I'm in that bitch buying basketball, dry fit shorts and shit. I got all kind of t-shirts and hats. Tanner got like a sweatshirt, crop top that's real cold. The books in there, like Freemasonry for dummies. Freemasonry for dummies? Dog, they had like natural hair care products on them motherfucking at the register and shit. I'm like, oh man.
I don't even know if I saw a perm on campus at all. Like,
it was... Man,
it was perm free.
Hold on. Because we'll be remiss for all the guys who listen to our show. We got to give out some creep moments about Howard.
Guys, look, I mean, I'll say this. DC in general, the women are beautiful in DC. Yes. In general, they are fine, right? So just in general, they fine. Everybody who knows me knows this as well. DC, like Ethiopians,
baby,
Lord. So they have like the largest Ethiopian population outside of Ethiopia in Washington D.C. Here's some other. So Howard campus, when I tell you, like, I was just like, what is going on?
I don't know if everyone ran track or were awesome swimmers. I have never seen that many great legs. It was just like legs. It was one light skinned chick. I'm pretty sure this was like a shirt, but she made it into a skirt, a dress or whatever. Bro, when she was walking, her thighs was like flexing, like legit. Dion was like, God damn. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's nuts. Like I was out there, I think summer 2006. And I think when I got back, I told Dion, I was like, we have to go to their homecoming at some point. Now we never made it as a unit, but I still like between that and the year before our spring break, we went to Atlanta and was on the yard. Like I start envisioning in my mind me attending one of these universities and not graduating because just the temptation down there. Lord,
nah, you would have graduated, bro.
Yeah, but see, it's another thing. Like everybody who I told that to, they was like the environment that they would have like pushed you to succeed, and I think that's dope. But I may have graduated, but it would have been with a junior.
Oh God, nah. Cause see, here's the thing you notice. So the book that we gonna have a meeting on is the book essentially about the upper class black people, right? Mm-hmm. So you look up and I saw that, and you see that in a small dose because it's not like the campus was filled, school ain't started. But you saw it, like when you hear the way like the mothers talk to their daughters.
Yeah,
it was much different than what you hear at other places, right? And when people come in there like focused on what they trying to do, like trying to graduate, guess what? They ain't having your baby neither. Like they ain't here for that shit.
And remember, I told you, I was like, man, if you come to Howard and like not graduate, you feel like you let the whole black race down.
You let all of us down.
You let everybody down.
You were left off bad and bougie if you didn't cross the stage.
Bro, that's why I just feel like, oh man, it was awesomeness. Like I can't even put it into words. Like you can feel it. Like as soon as you stepped on campus, you can feel it. Like, yo, there's something.
So to all our listeners who are alumnus of Howard University, we get it.
All right.
We do get it. We get it. We can collectively say that.
We get it.
Not too much on us though.
Not too fucking much.
I don't. Howard people don't really give me any grief. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
true. Shout out to Michelle.
Give me no grief.
Shout out to my girl Tiara. She is Howard crazy. Like when she found out I went to DC, she like tried to print me out a whole itinerary, and I was like, I'm good. I'm not,
right.
I'm gonna make it.
Google exists.
We didn't make it to stadium. I'm still let down. I may have to go back to go to stadium.
Go back. Dion had called me like, man, where you at? Man, I was knocked out. I hadn't gotten to sleep.
I had just landed. I was ready.
And I was passed out. But yeah, next time.
I'll be with you.
It is time. Hold on. Like that's my thing now. Like as soon as I come off a flight, I try to book another flight. I'm up out of here in October, y'all. I just want y'all to know.
Listen, man, don't be telling people all your moves. Look though, so it's a lot of shit going on in the world. Mm-hmm. Luckily, I was in DC. I was in a black city. The thing about being around other blacks is this, right? This kind of dope. Everybody's all about groupthink, right? And when you up here in these small groups, you be looking around and you be having a lot of blacks who want to root for, the white man. The white man last night was Conor McGregor.
You're fucking crazy. I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
But last night, we was in Bar Cove, D.C. It was packed. Blacks everywhere. And they was rooting for Floyd and Bar Cove damn near like they was rooting for Obama.
Bro, it looked like when the fucking OJ verdict got read the first time. Well, I was at Park and oh man, it was just like, beat his ass, Lil Floyd. Everybody was calling him Lil Floyd like they knew him personally.
It was crazy. Like I had my one guy, he put on Instagram. He was in the Dominican.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I personally hate Floyd. I hate him. I hate his womanizing ways. Yeah. I rooted for him so hard last night. He was like, I rooted for him so hard. Yeah. It's crazy. Like boxing is one of the few sports that when you get when people are in the rink, that racial tension just comes out. It oozes out.
Oh my God.
Like I think Bomani Jones at ESPN, he was like, you want to see real racism? You be the only minority and go watch a Floyd Mayweather fight with white people.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry I keep bringing references up, but that's something I learned at the museum that I didn't know. The first black heavyweight champion, Jack Johnson, when he beat the Great White Hope, it was race riots across the country. Like, it was white mobs literally killing black people because he won a championship. And they said they didn't want them to think the order of life was changing because you got a black heavyweight champion. Like, hey, don't be fools now. Just because y'all won one boxing match, yeah.
See, you know they couldn't take it. Like, it was one white man, and of course, my luck, he's right over my left shoulder.
Yeah.
So it was such a dynamic because I had him, and he looked like he was from wherever kind of from it, and it was I had two black ladies kind of at my left thigh, sitting down watching the screen. And and these were older black ladies, probably like my auntie age. And when I tell you this lady kept hitting me every time the fight got tense, she would just hit my leg, hit my shoulder. And the dude, fight kick off, he's sitting there, come on, Connor, let's go, Connor. Get him, yes. And he hit his hands. I'm looking at him I want to say to him, listen, man, let me tell you something. I know I'll be saying some wild shit on the show, but it was no way. It was no way that last night was going down how they thought. And I know everybody thought it was an outside chance, but when you seen Conor training and I saw he wasn't punching with his legs weeks ago, he had no legs punching. He punched all arms.
All arms.
Listen, if you ever been seen any boxing match, go look at any dope boxer. Niggas, look, ain't nobody winning with just their arms, bro.
At all.
Ever. So it's Conor was just out there slinging them arms, getting his ass beat.
Dion, I had an argument with our good friend Andre at the gym yesterday.
Oh Lord!
And you know Andre.
Yeah.
Andre is a real passionate guy, as you know.
Yeah, very passionate.
Andre was like, man, AP, I'm just saying, McGregor can win if he do. I was like, bruh, remember back in June. Sorry, Fresh, this is going to hurt. Remember back in June when you were telling me the Cavs had a chance to win the sixth Dre? And I kept telling you, it's as simple as this. Harrison Barnes' replacement is the Slim Reaper. It's Kevin Durant. Is on 5 days out the week the second best player in basketball.
Right.
That's who he was replaced by. There's no other stats I needed to tell you back then to let you know that was ending in 5 games for the Warriors. It was as simple. I told him, it's as simple as this. The man is 49-0. They are boxing. They're not wrestling. They're not wrestling. Right. They're not biting and kicking. They're boxing. Sweet science of boxing. Right. And this man is undefeated. And this is this man's first bout. His first bout. That's just like me saying, I'm going to turn Pinky out losing my virginity. You see how dumb that sounded?
Lord.
Again.
Not Fat Pinky either. Not Fat Pinky. The real
prime Pinky.
Hey,
upside down Durban.
And hold on. Even now, a lot of dudes lie, but a lot of dudes will go for Fat Pinky.
Niggas will go for Fat Pinky. Hey, look.
Yeah, because we seen they baby mamas.
Look. Shit.
Anywho.
Hey, it is our birthday week. We can say what the fuck we want.
Can.
Plus, we here at the probably not Dion, but me and Ant on this side of the room, we have no problem with what's the word? Rooting for the guys who hit girls for what they used to be.
Yes.
We recommend guys.
You owe reparations for your feelings back in the 8th grade. But yeah, it was like, come on, man. Like, you can't tell me someone who is damn near perfect in their craft. I'm not calling Floyd the GOAT necessarily because it's hard to compare eras in boxing.
Right.
But as this era here, he's a GOAT of this era. As far as technicians, I haven't seen nothing like it. Defensively especially. And you mean tell me this new motherfucker is gonna beat him? Come on, man.
Like he talked that shit.
Dion, I tell people, and I'm a firm believer in this. People should start saying they dumb ideas out loud. And just to see how they sound.
Just to see how they sound.
And so they know they sound stupid. Like, you say shit to yourself in your head, and when no one's around you, you start to believe that shit.
Hey, bro, you know what that is? That's just great marketing. Every fight that Floyd has taken, minus the Andre Berto fight, oh, he gonna lose this one. You can't tell me a fight he was in that, like the last 10 fights that they said he wasn't going to lose. They thought he was going to lose to Canelo. They thought he was going to lose to Pac. They thought he was going to lose to Maidana the second time because Maidana supposedly won the first time. I don't know how that happened. But them 24/7s do something to motherfuckers. We got to stop giving our friends credit. We know how dumb they are. You know what I mean? So when they
stop giving your friends
giving them credit. Like, why we let them rile us up? Knowing this how they talk all their life. This like the woke dudes. I told y'all this a long time ago. Every dude I know that's woke was always the nigga who could never get over a 70 on the spelling test. So I don't really get offended when the woke dudes come for me because I'm like, Joe, you like the dumbest person I ever met in my life. Somebody finally told you some stuff that sounds great.
Sounds great.
And now you with the shits.
The shit about it is I'm watching the fight and it's funny, like, I've watched a fair amount of boxing, right? And fair amount of boxing, I'm no boxing expert or nothing like that, but I've seen like enough fights and I went back to watch the boxers who people told me was cold that I saw so young I didn't know I was going to understand. So you can go on YouTube and when you pull up Marvin Hagler, I'll be like, shh, nigga.
That nigga just got out.
Sugar Ray in his prime.
You pull up Sugar Ray and you see them, the shit they talking, and you see them fights, you be like, yo, it was like niggas was throwing them hands. Even if you go recent, when you look at when Roy Jones was in his glow, before he was getting knocked out.
In his glow.
And just even other people you look at and you can learn that's not as popular. When you look at Winky Wright, you know what I'm saying? When you look at Bernard Hopkins, like you can learn something from all these guys and every guy who played Fight Night, you know what I'm saying? You kind of know
Fight Night.
Fight Night used to crack.
Bring it back.
Legends. Fight Night used to crack. And I think what ends up happening is that, I'm in the bar and I'm hearing people talk about boxing and I was like, people say, I never seen Floyd fight like this. He must be mad. I say, nah. I say, Floyd's smart. When somebody just throwing their arms, you can't never hurt me. Like you can't knock me out just throwing your arms like this. Especially, I'm a professional fighter, bro.
Right.
So I say, so Floyd is charging him, and I was like, Floyd. Actually, at that point, I was like, he mixing some Mike Tyson in because Mike Tyson is not a tall heavyweight. Mike Tyson's a short man. I say, so when he was fighting them tall niggas, he could just literally get up in their chest and it was a wrap. If he got to your chest, Mike just let it go. And I was like, you look up though, and some of them tall dudes, the Lennox Lewis, and it's like, back up, Mike.
Klitschko.
Back the fuck up, Mike.
Klitschko's them jabs.
And you look up, and I'm like, Floyd got in him. And people say, they stopped it too early. Listen, if you don't stop it right there,
he's gonna die.
If McGregor got to suffer through them unblocked face shots, through the fight, he gonna come out with CTE. The nigga got CTE already, I'm sure.
Why people don't understand that? Dog, we want him to have a career outside of this. Right now, Mayweather just retired. McGregor might be the biggest face in combat sports right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why would we want to dim his light by killing him in a boxing ring? That's his first boxing match. The ref knew it. After round 9, he was like, hey, man, they get too rough. I'm going to stop the fight. Because, round 9, he was ready to go. Yeah. If it was 30 more seconds, he would have been gone.
Listen, I told people, I'm in the bar, I'm like, listen, people like, oh man, everybody was like Floyd tiring him out. I say, yeah, he tired. I say, but here's the next level of tired. When you mouth breathing in a professional sport, when you mouth breathing, I say, because first off, Floyd and every boxer who fight long fights, they lung capacity, like it's proven, they lung capacity next level. If you look at sports science, so I can't even imagine, like, you know what I'm saying, Floyd just fighting, he just walked the whole fight. Floyd don't flinch. Floyd damn near don't sweat. I'm sitting there looking like, kind of like, got his mouth open while breathing, like, damn, son, like, all right. And then at one round, I can't remember which round it was, but his right hand was just at his waist. And I was like, so he could die. He could die right here. With your hand at your waist in a boxing match, you could die.
That's what and then, like, people don't know shit. You know what I mean? I want everybody out there to try to hold your hands up in front of your face for 3 minutes. I just want to see you do that and see how hard it is just to hold your guards up for 3 minutes, bro.
Listen.
Nigga, my arms get tired trying to change the light bulb in the crib.
Listen.
Like, I be having to, like, switch arms sometimes trying to unscrew the thing.
And before we get off this Floyd thing, because I cape for Floyd so much. Like, people don't understand. It's probably Floyd then LeBron. But let me explain something to y'all. This is a quick history lesson for all y'all who always coming at Floyd head. Floyd had a high knockout ratio when he was younger. But also, while getting those knockouts, he sustained the most damage. So he figured, in order to prolong my career, I have to stop taking so much damage and pick my shots. Like, Mayweather used to be ultra aggressive. Like, if y'all know anything, when he was like fighting at the 130s, 135, he was real aggressive. But that's when his father was that's when his father was his trainer. And his father was more of a aggressive type fighter. Oh, no, Roger was more of an aggressive type fighter. And he was getting more damage than ever. So they were like, man, your career will be over in a couple of fights. You keep taking all these shots to the head. If you go look at his old fights, he even got knocked down in one fight. He was bloody. So, they told him, we gonna do this defense, and that's what we gonna work on, and that's how he became the defensive genius that he was. That he went back to his defense and I'll just win like this, outpointing people, hit and don't get hit, instead of just, why I'm trying to appeal to y'all so much. And he look at all the old boxers who are basically vegetables from getting hit in the head so much. Right. So he like, fuck that, man. That's why every time you hear him talk, he say, I'm retiring healthy. That's what he means. Like, I know who I am. I know who my kids is. I wake up in the morning and I'm straight. I don't forget what the fuck my keys was. I know how to tie my shoes and shit like that. So get off his back. Damn.
Yeah, at this point, just treat a Floyd Mayweather fight like an excuse for people to get together.
Right. Man. So yeah, I'm with it. What was the comment McGregor made? He made a comment about fighting like a Mexican. Did y'all hear that?
No.
Y'all didn't hear that? Did you hear that, Ant? Hold on. We may have to pause this.
And then a lot of people, after the fight, he was like, they stopped it prematurely and all that. Conor is talking that shit so he can still have his tough guy persona. Don't be a fool. He wanted that fight stopped a long time ago. It was like one round. I don't know if it was like round 5 or 6. Like when Floyd hit him for real, and you could hear him, you could see his face saying, "Oh shit, I'm in a boxing match." Because like the first 3 rounds, Floyd probably threw like 20 punches all together.
Yeah,
but.
Oh shit! Okay, so Jeff, thanks. Look, Jeff came in with an assist. So Conor McGregor, he said he took pride in his ability to turn Floyd Mayweather into a more aggressive fighter. I turned him into a Mexican tonight. He fought like a Mexican, is what Conor McGregor told Fox Sports.
See, and this what blows. Like, for the people who don't believe in white privilege, god damn. My man, Adrian Broner, said either you a Mexican or a Mexican. And the internet blew up. That's so racist. He called him a Mexican. But this guy, Conor McGregor, can say, I turned him into a Mexican. A Mexican fighter. And then I know the whites would be like, oh, well,
wait,
that just means he was an aggressive fighter. Mexicans are some of the toughest fighters.
The MMA people said that was supposed to be taken as a 100% compliment.
See,
fam, let me tell you something. It's like Floyd probably thought in his head, like, man, can we rematch today, nigga? Yes. Let's go right now.
And if anybody knows, my Mexican brother, shout out to Garcia. He wore a dashiki. Shout out to Garcia. But anyway, Mayweather like humiliated Mexicans for like 6 years in a row. He fought on Cinco de Mayo against a Mexican. I don't know why he was into it with them people, but he fought a Mexican every year. He said call it Cinco de Mayweather.
Yeah, that was just like literally to me, kind of like, I'm pretty sure him and I feel like him and Oscar De La Hoya met up in the back room and cooked that up because if you know, a lot of groups are stepping away from boxing, but just to be honest, a lot of Latino fighters, I fuck with them because they go like they can, man, they be going, G, like they be going and you look at it and you know, I get it. And then also, you know, essentially now, you know, he lives in Vegas and LA. He's a West Coast guy. He know how big that audience is. You know, and it also took some of them fighters to the next level as well. But listen, enough of Floyd, G. Enough of Floyd.
We gonna miss you, champ.
We got another couple of things, man. Okay, so we lost Dick Gregory.
Yeah,
we lost Dick Gregory, man. You know, I'm like I said, I'm not sad when we lose people anymore, because for the simple fact that Dick Gregory's 94. Dick Gregory gave us so much wisdom in that time. I just be like, I mean, he gave us like literally 94 years.
Hey, can I make a rule? I don't know how cruel this sounds, but like, if somebody over 90 pass, no one has the right that they. This might sound so like bad.
No,
but like,
I know where you going.
I'm gonna put that shit at 80.
Yeah, like I mean, like, you know, 80, 85, that's touch and go. But like, but 90 definitely.
Yeah.
You can't type somebody gone too soon after 90, G. Like,
I saw that. I saw these things.
Yes, yeah, and I was like, you know, I'm sitting
I didn't
there.
see that coming.
I know. It sound, and you know, and mind you, my grandma is 93. So when the Lord calls her home, I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be broke up. Anybody who knows me know I never was a mama boy. I'm a grandma boy. But I'm never going to type, she's gone too soon. They have lived a good life. They have lived a long life, plus some spare change. Let's just not type they gone too soon,
bro.
Man.
You know what route I thought she was going?
What?
You know these hoteps. I'm like, I just want to grab one of them and put them in a full Nelson. Oh man, they killed our brother. Like, man, what? It's a conspiracy. They killed our brother.
Yeah, old age. It's a conspiracy.
Like, bro,
Dick Gregory is probably like one of the most healthiest people going on this earth.
They said somebody killed a 94-year-old man.
Motherfucker.
You know what, man? Listen, Dick Gregory dropped so many jewels. Dick Gregory also, you know, SIU. You know,
SIU alumnus, yes.
SIU alumnus. So, I want to say this, like, I know, like, you know, foreplay shows sometimes we recap people, but just literally go to YouTube and type in Dick Gregory and just pull up some of the speeches and just talks he had. Just listen to that shit, man, and you would be like, literally, you'll be stuck in the vortex of researching Dick Gregory, like from that point on. Jules.
I think my favorite Dick Gregory moment, and I can remember off the top of my head,
I know where you going, but
was he was on that panel and he was talking about, like, y'all keep saying Bill Clinton the first black president, but you don't know what black is until you driving in your car and the police officer pull up behind you, and that moment when you seize up, man, and it was like 2 a.m, and I'm watching you, so I was like, shit.
Yeah.
And that was the first time, like, you know, like, that was the first time, like, of course, we've all dealt with that moment, but for someone like him to describe it accurately, and I saw this clip like years ago, but like, then it got me realize, like, every time a cop comes behind me to pull me over, there's a fear that I cannot describe to you.
Yeah. Hey, no bullshit. I got pulled over on the way here, actually, and it was weird because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm like, you know, kind of had to digest it, and it was weird. You know, it pulled me over, and I was like, fuck. Like, you know, you say having, you know, I always say that, I'm like, gee, I don't want to encounter a police officer for the rest of my days on the earth.
Yeah, and you can have everything, or like, you know, I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but I'm damn near as square as they come. Like, you know, I got all my papers and shit in order. I don't got no record. Like, they pulled me up, they be like, you nerd. All right, cool, go on. But like, yeah, man, like that's undescribable. That first 2 seconds before you realize I am insured. And then
you like, wait a minute, my registration legit, my license straight. But it's still a thought in your head because you know it can go so wrong. And even that stop, it was funny. It was a courtesy stop, low key, because the dude was like, you got a tail light out. And I was sitting there, I'm like, the back of my car is like all tail lights. I was like, so it was kind of funny.
Right.
And he was like, so I'm not gonna give you a ticket, but I'm letting you know I'm recording. And I was like, oh, okay. He was like, do you want to get out and take a look at the back? I was like, sure. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, man, what the fuck? Like, so, I think my favorite Dick Gregory, I want y'all to look up. If y'all look up him talking about Malcolm, I think it's Malcolm X's assassination. The story like around that shit. If y'all look that shit up, boy, like the shit he was saying, it was so real. And him, I guess, like saying like, I think he talked to Malcolm that day.
Damn.
I think he talked to Malcolm that day, and I think it's a video where he says he literally told Malcolm. He essentially told Malcolm that they was gonna kill him.
Yeah, I think I heard it. Yep.
So when y'all see that, man, and you look at somebody and you like, man, ain't nobody ever disputed shit Dick Gregory said. Like so keep it 100, man. You like, man, he ain't never disputed. So yeah, check out Dick Gregory, man. We lost a good one.
Yes.
Every year around this time, we also come into every year around this time we always come into Aaliyah passed, so you got your your Aaliyah parade on the internet.
you know what's so fun? You know what's so funny, Dion?
Yeah.
I used to be so mad at Drake. Like, why the fuck is he so broke up like about Aaliyah? Like he actually met her.
Yeah.
Until this week, because I seen grown men who I grew up with and respect and know post up Aaliyah pictures. I'm like, you weren't eating her tax bracket. You ain't know her from Adam and Eve, and they making like some like great quotes with it. Like they loved her.
Amen.
And I was like, I guess Drake was right because these dudes I know. Yeah. I'm not gonna call y'all out by name, but like we gotta have some talks.
No, as a great Negro poet once said, "You're nobody till somebody kills you." Like, no disrespect to the girl, Aaliyah. But come on, y'all. Like, y'all go too far. I don't ever remember her being like #1 in R&B at any time. Like, everybody just claimed like she was just like Whitney down. You know what I mean? I'm like, don't get me wrong. She was big on pop culture. You know, she had the baggy clothes and a Tommy Hilfiger bra tops. But come on, man. People be talking if Aaliyah was around today, it wouldn't be no Beyonce.
That's a full-fledged lie.
Come on, man. Child, please.
That's full-fledged lie.
Let's be real here. I mean, and then she came up in a rough era. You know, she came up with like Toni Braxton and them, so she really didn't have a chance. You know.
Well,
I don't know, but
she had a chance just based off her age. Yeah. I think the thing that kind of gets us now with Aaliyah is like, when you look back and one thing I feel like, here's the thing. I hate talking about her family, but her family be fucking up, right? So she got a Mac collection coming out next year, right? Mm-hmm. The thing about somebody like Aaliyah is this, and I'll say this at the end of time. People gonna keep playing around until Aaliyah's forgotten. Why?
Yep.
Because her music is not on none of the streaming platforms.
God.
And I be sitting there, it's like only the first album, and you be sitting there like, so y'all just gonna keep this shit going? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, everybody's streaming now, nigga. Like, so it's like the music needs to be there, but it's like y'all gonna keep playing it. By the time y'all put that shit up there, it's like, man, we gonna be playing back to like Rihanna's greatest hits. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these people that came on.
I feel like from that article I read, it was like her. I want to call her crazy ass uncle, but like her crazy ass uncle.
Yeah, her uncle. Probably, if you could probably, you know how like now people pull all your text messages and emails? Mm-hmm. I think her uncle may even be like sentenced to death for sex trafficking because everybody tells you that he sold her to R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. That's what everybody has ever said. So yeah, I mean, fuck buddy ass shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like Aaliyah's definitely missed because I feel like her trajectory was dope. Cause you know the album that came out, the last album after you got 1 in a Million.
Because that was the one with Rock the Boat on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was dope. So yeah, so we got Aaliyah, we got Dick Gregory. A lot of shit, man. Something else happened this week. I'm trying to think if I remember it. I may be a little slow.
Is it Trump related?
That's every day.
Every
Hey
day.
man, listen.
I don't
Is it
feel
Trump
necessarily
related?
have to talk about it.
Yeah,
I'm so
Oh,
fatigued.
when he looked at the eclipse. Hey, bro, I couldn't stop laughing. I'm sorry. I laughed so hard.
Can we talk about the eclipse?
Hey, bro. Man, can we talk about the eclipse?
Man.
You Nick.
Oh my
good
God. You wave and I hate calling people wave riding
never let a
motherfuckers.
nigga ride your way.
I can tell you one
Bruh.
thing before you get on the wave riding. See, I told y'all, a lot of these people just ain't smart, bro. A lot of you motherfuckers did not take science. Like, ain't no such thing as an eclipse. How could the moon go in front of the sun? I said, hey, man, listen, I gotta log off, bro. It was too much fuckery.
Bruh, I just never seen people who claim not to care about so much. Like, and I hate to be that guy, right? Because we always talking about guys like, they're like, you don't want to let people have fun on social media. So I try to do my best not to even comment on that shit, man, until like I went out to lunch and all these motherfuckers blocked the driveway and the front door that looked in the sky. Right. And I was just like, come on, man. Like, this shit is not, I don't know, like, was it that captivating? I don't know. Like, but for real, like, come on. Mom, like, we'll never see this again. I'm like, probably see this in like 8 years. When they tell you want to see it again for another 8 years, some shit. Like, I don't know, man. Like, my soul was just perturbed by the whole thing.
The room I sit in at work, it's like all guys. We all just worked through it. Like nobody said nothing. And I mean, across different races, all type of shit. And then it was funny because like we was just working our ass off, and then one dude was like, "How about that eclipse?" So we all started chuckling and went back to fucking work. Like, fam, we wasn't like on that shit. We ain't getting no glasses. But I'm not gonna lie. When I saw Trump looking up, I was like, please let this be real. Let this nigga be blind.
Yeah,
we can't have a blind president, can we? Like, he got to go.
I think all of America was like, come on, Eclipse, work your magic. Work your fucking magic.
Listen, when we went to the White House yesterday, I was sitting here like, damn. And then like it was funny because we looking at the White House, and I think I said to Fresh, I was like, why don't we ask the real question? How is this nigga just living here comfortably? Like, what is wrong with this? Like, I was like, it was just people out there. People are now. One thing, people always protest outside the White House, and I was just looking like, gee, this fucking shit. And it was funny that the contrast, because I went back to my hotel and I actually watched the movie Jackie. It was on, and I was like, it's an interesting movie. Like, I thought it was pretty dope.
The way you described it, you was acting like it was like an HBO documentary. I'm like, no, it was like an actual movie.
Yeah, it was. So I just, because my first time encounter it was on HBO.
Right?
It's HBO, because HBO original movies damn near might as well be in the theaters, but it was a real movie, and it was interesting because it was all about Jackie Kennedy dealing with John F. Kennedy's assassination. And when I tell you that shit, because it ain't no action, so if you look for action, it ain't that. It's just a woman dealing with the president of the United States as her husband getting shot. And it's weird because there are scenes in that fucking motorcade where they got like the bullet hit this nigga and his brains on the truck. Fresh turned on the porn.
Sorry. Sorry, definitely was a porn.
So
sorry.
So it was weird. It was like brains on the car and she holding his head, like trying to piece it back together, like he bleeding. Like, the shit is so intense. And they got scenes where she trying to explain to the kids what's happening. Them going through security after that about what's going on, and her like private talks with the priest. Like, the shit's next level. It was one scene where it was so funny. She said she started ranting, well, not a rant because you're emotional. It was a scene that I thought would resonate with a lot of women. she was just talking about those grieving emotions, and it was a lot of them. And then she said sometimes I wake up and I wish I would have just went and been a stenographer and got married to a boring, ugly man. And I was just sitting there like, wow. I was like, that shit was pretty cold. I do put that on my recommended list. That shit was legit.
Yeah, I saw you had talked about it, and I turned the channel, but I was half asleep. So you said,
just,
as you said, it wasn't no action.
Yeah,
like,
just pick it up another day.
Yeah.
Pick it up. But
I'm had some time to sleep.
But listen, we was in front of the White House. Like, man, this nigga, how we get him up? I feel like everybody was thinking how we get him up out of there. Then me and Fresh seen a white man in the distance flexing with a photographer out there posing.
Hey, bro, that was. Hey, if y'all ever want to see a white man in his glow, Jack. So look, he a regular Al Bundy built type dude. Dion was like, man, check Buddy out over there finna take the picture. So I see him from across the way, and you know he guiding the cameraman like how you want the angle. And like soon as he finna take the picture, this dude just flexed like Bruce Lee. I'm talking about in all his Navy SEAL, Marine S-class, underwater breathing glow. I'm talking about flex up to take the picture in front of the White House. You could tell he was like the Donald Trump supporter. He had the sunglasses like Mark Grace used to wear and shit.
It was out of control, bro.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
One thing I do I do want to bring up. I'm glad Fresh just put that picture up. Listen, Savannah was looking like a snack last night. I'm sorry, not a meal. A meal. She was looking like a meal.
A main course, if you will.
In the words of my dirty women, it's a whole meal.
Listen,
it's a whole
meal.
For our listeners who don't know who Savannah is Savannah James,
wife of
LeBron James. You know, owner of the juice bar in South Beach. Man, she been looking like a snack forever. But last night I was like, I seen LeBron because you know LeBron's so big. It's like you seen him. I'm just trying to look next to him. Like, nah, fuck this.
What's
I ain't
Savannah?
trying to see that nigga. What's Savannah?
Yeah, Savannah was in a. Hey, and then she looks exactly like that senior prom picture. Like it looked like she aged a day.
I just be looking.
Then I see my baby Cassie. Hey Puff, you're a lucky man. You was a lucky man. If I was you, I'd sit on them stairs and stare at her ass like that too. Oh.
This is the creep portion of
yes.
Got real intense for a second there.
Yeah. I just got quiet when we started talking about Cassie. I was like, all right, man, let's go ahead. Like, Cassie, that girl who like Cassie is funny because like, you know how like a lot of like people friends are funny, and like when you hear like Cassie got friends who like be trying to hang out with Drake, and Cassie friends with Christina Milian. You be like, I wonder what those like girls' trips are like. What are those brunches? What do they discuss?
Right.
Like that's probably the real like ratchet shit. I do want to bring up one thing before we check it out.
All right.
Did anybody else watch the Jay-Z interview?
I watched snippets.
Bits and pieces.
Did y'all see? Of course, I want to bring up the real. Did y'all see when they asked him about Kanye?
Yes, I did watch that.
Yes.
And that shit was so trill. Like he was like, "Yo, like you know, that's my brother."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was a line crossed.
Yeah, with the kids.
Yeah, and I think that's real. Like sometimes, you know, even a guy might be your man, but when that line, like, it's like, and I don't even think necessarily like, you know, the kids was it, but it's like, nah, like, now you got my wife feeling uncomfortable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like the way Hov explained it. He was like, it wasn't just a diss, you know, it was like I really dissed myself because I made myself look soft. That was like the worst diss of all time. If I said I was soft, you know, because he was talking about like when he said like one line and Kanye like you hurt me. He like you can't tell somebody you hurt them and that's a diss. Right. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I was like I understood what he was saying because you know what I'm saying. Like he said he went too far with bringing the kids and in the channel that they're on with the media, you know, people take stuff and run with it. So that's why he's like, man, I don't even want my kid to even have to go through that. You know what I mean? So I definitely understood and felt where he came from.
You know, to me, just listening to that part, what it brings to light is something that we probably don't talk about a lot because, you know, in our age group, we talk about relationships and dating so much, but like holding adult friendships and when to let those friendships go is such an underrated and undertaught part of our being and our growing up. Like, to me, honestly, me losing, you know, one of my best friends who, you know, was a groomsman at my wedding, it probably hurt me more than a breakup. But, you know, those are things that, unfortunately, they happen in real life. And, you know, there are lines, sometimes the lines that are crossed, there's a big, defined, thick line, and other times it's just little stuff that when you're younger, you can let brush off because when we're younger, friendship is damn near like a fantasy world. Like, we just like, oh, this is my friends. You damn near like, you feel like when you gain friends, you get more points or something, more coins in the video game damn near. But like, as you get older, you like, man, the shit that means the most to you changes, and then that just doesn't align up with the people who were in your life at that time. And so that causes a conflict and a friction that's uneasy as fuck. So, man, like, that's, you know, I ain't mean to get too deep, but that's honestly what I thought about when I saw the shit. That's honestly what I thought about.
I think the thing about Jay in that space is him saying, like, you know, delicate. And I think I'm gonna address what you said, Fresh. A lot of people didn't understand this because I felt like people didn't understand lyrics, and it pissed me off. Like, in the media, you know, I feel like it was probably some young little 23-year-old music reviewer who thought that Jay-Z was talking about Kanye for half the verse when he said you dropped out of school. That shit didn't have shit to do with Kanye. Everybody who really know lyrics knew that shit didn't apply. Like, niggas was like, but they printed it and everybody else ran with it. But I think, you know, like he said, like, you know, nigga, like, it wasn't a diss. It's real. And, you know, I think to touch on something Ant said, I'm gonna piggyback off Ant since Ant took this to a deep place. The thing about, you know, friendships that you have and losing them. One thing I'll say this, I'll be fully transparent. I'll be pissed as fuck when motherfuckers bring it up. And the reason is this: you can ask me about a girl I used to deal with before you can ask me about, like, a guy that I was friends with.
Man.
Because I feel like this, like, it may come off as anger, but you do be hurt because when you look back, like, now you look back and you be like, yo, you know, when you look up time hop, when you just look at your regular life and think about memories, you're like, this person was a part of so many different things, you know, regardless of, and I'm not particularly even talking about one person, just different people. You're like, man, these people were here. You can't erase those people from those memories. It's like, you know, they don't just fade away. So,
and like you said, like, it's deeper than a relationship because, like, with a girlfriend, you're like, you know, she was here, there, in these memories, but, like, your best motherfucking friend, like, some people ask you about your ex-girl.
Yeah.
Everybody is going to be and want to ask you about, well, what happened to such a you and that man? I saw you. I seen that nigga. Where he at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit, it gets mad annoying because again, you don't want to go deep into it because at the same time, as friends, like, you know, motherfuckers got ammo to bury each other too.
Man, everybody.
It's
the whole building.
It's a lot of nuclear waste when friendships end.
Make another hole.
That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of nuclear waste when friendships end.
And it's funny because you be wanting to tell people, like, the thing is, it's the difference between people who do it out of just sheer innocence. Like, you know, it was girls at the nigga queue come up and they be like, oh, so-and-so, where's so-and-so? And they ask because they just generally want to know. They don't even have an idea because they out living their own life. But it'd be motherfuckers that be close and be like, man, like, you know, only fuck niggas do this, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like, so it'd be funny. But I think too, like I said, that's very intense. And I think what was funny, like, you know, Jay said, you know, we'll talk. You know, you got to give them friendships they space. You know what
ain't
I'm
no
saying?
time limit on it.
Ain't no time limit. It could be years. It could be decades. And you know, granted, the thing about a friendship is a friendship may never go back. You know what I'm saying? The friendship may never go back to what it was. But yeah, like losing friends as an adult is some very, very real shit. Very, very real. And especially like when you go and people's families are involved, and now it's like,
man.
I could only imagine low key, Kanye doing all that rant. Like I can only imagine how Beyonce looked at the Hove afterwards. I bet you Hove probably didn't even see the shit first, right? Because nobody sent that shit to Hove. Nobody was like Tata, Jay Brown, Emery. They ain't like, man, you see that rant? B walked in and just sat an iPad like on the bed. It was like, and just looked at this nigga and was like, we gotta do something about this nigga Kanye.
It's your man's, right? It's your man's.
I want you to call him. I want you to demand an apology. Jay-Z was like, that nigga, he crazy. Can't nobody tell Kanye what to do. And she looked at him like, that nigga ain't allowed. Like, and that was it. That was it. They probably ain't heard from Kanye since. So, yeah, man, I think that was definitely legit.
This podcast went somewhere that I wasn't prepared for.
Oh shit! We did it. Hey man, that's you know what? That's why the people like the podcast. Yeah. That's why people fuck with it.
I hope it answers some questions with people so they'll never ask me again.
Listen, I promise y'all, when y'all ask that shit, and I'll even say this, I'm fine with being asked about it at this point, but when y'all ask and I get pissed off for it, I'm not. That's just me. I'll be like, fuck, like people. You know, I'd be like, I can't believe these niggas. Like, I can't believe you niggas. Like, I can't believe you niggas are still doing this, man. I'll be like, this is crazy. So, Fresh, we got events this week.
Yes.
You got events this week. Nigga hit the robot.
Yeah.
I'm hitting it with him.
There's a machine.
Robot out Dave Chappelle.
So, run down the events.
The next nigga talk while I'm talking. It's getting shot.
Please believe that.
Please believe that. Y'all want to talk about Friday? Do we throw Friday in this? No, Friday's a little more intimate. That's for us.
Yeah.
Friday's intimate. That's for our inner circle. You know what I'm saying? No offense to none of y'all if you're not in it. Saturday, we will be having a day party at Bar 10. It is like a celebration of life, people. It is a celebration of life.
This is not the Virgo bash.
It's not the Virgo bash. It is not the Virgo.
I wanted to make that clarity.
The wild thoughts.
Yes. The wild thoughts.
And it's really in celebration of Rihanna's newfound thickness. So if you thick,
if you slim thick, if you just got that adult weight on you,
if you just got dreams of being thick,
thick. OT Genesis just came on in my head.
Thick. Oh, hey, that shit go.
No, that shit cold. No, that shit cold for real. No, that shit cold for real. Like, if you ever hit Blue Flame here, thick. Okay, let me get to it. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. Okay, this is Fuck Fresh Weekend. Every year, Labor Day weekend, I celebrate my birthday. I throw a barbecue that Sunday because no one works that Monday. Saturday, we are having a day party at Bar 10. It is a Thank You Chicago event. You can...
And who birthday is Saturday, Fresh?
Who birthday is Saturday? My good friend, Anthony Scott Peterson. Anthony Scott Peterson. He will be in all his glow. I just hope he wears a shirt that doesn't show the sweat because he's going to be out here.
Yes.
I'm going to have to give him like a Nike Draft Fit shirt. So he's going to have to wear like a fucking soccer jersey or some shit. The day party, you can go on Eventbrite and search Thank You Chicago, and you should be able to RSVP. It is free until 6 o'clock. After that, it's $10. You know whose birthday it is. You know whose birthday we're celebrating. Look out for him. Don't say, are you drinking? Just buy him a shot of Jameson. Or
yeah, if you ask me, am I drinking on my birthday? It's like, does the sun rise in the east?
Right. Water is wet.
Water is fucking wet.
Water is wet.
And then I need one of y'all to like... make sure he gets home.
Yes. I'm not driving Saturday. I'm just letting y'all know that.
So get him.
I'm not driving Saturday.
And we not letting Real drive.
Hold on. Me and Real have an arrangement.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay, whatever. But I'm not driving. FYI. My friends figure it out who's driving.
Okay. The barbecue, the main event.
The main event, due to land restrictions, constraints, the barbecue has been moved on Sunday. It's still Sunday, but it has been moved from the greater Austin area. It is no longer on Central and North Avenue behind Walgreens in the alley where you can park at Save-A-Lot.
Which was intimate, but...
I'm going to share the thug tear because so much has happened in those years. But the barbecue has outgrown the location, so the barbecue will be at Kale's Park. Not nothing to do with Brother Sylvester. But it will be at Kale's Park.
Chicago and
Kedzie.
Right across from the highest priced gas station in the fucking city. I'm sorry, I get so mad at that gas station. Gas over there, $3.09 right now.
I rented out the plaza so you can park at the plaza. That's just like a wheel stunt. Yeah,
I was gonna say that's real.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's legit.
Oh shit.
No, that's legit. The plaza is ours as well. I have the plaza and the park, so you can park at the plaza 6 until there'll be a DJ out there. There'll be food. I was gonna get the adult bouncy house, but it got too competitive last time we had the bouncy house out there. But I just want to let y'all know, Chance ain't the only motherfucker fill up a baseball stadium. We're gonna kick it. We're gonna have a good old ratchet time. I don't know the weather. Usually I do my Julio and rompers. Ladies, I won't hold you to the rompers this year because I don't know how the weather's gonna be. And we have switched up the drink. It is now Patron Gold Anejo. So when you see me, just have some Anejo.
It's the only event where I forego my dark liquor and I drink nothing but tequila the whole day.
You got to.
And I'm in an even rare form.
Fuck Fresh Tooth K17. Tequila. That's all the Fuck Fresh events are always sponsored by tequila.
And I'll just go ahead and apologize in advance.
I'm still doing the tequila waterfall, ladies. I will still be pouring tequila down your throats when I see you. Nothing has changed. That's still that dirty guy. I'm excited, brother Anthony.
Okay. I think Dion's really concerned about me this year.
Dion's concerned. Around this time, he always gets concerned until his birthday hit. Then his birthday hit, and he's like, whatever y'all niggas do, I don't give a fuck.
That's true.
Just don't let nothing happen to my car. I don't care what y'all niggas do. Like,
man,
it's so weird. I said all I can say to y'all niggas. Y'all go do whatever y'all want to do.
Live life. So, that's it. No foreplay. We out.
No foreplay.